Hello Year 3, today in Maths we are moving on to a new topic. To begin with, have a go at this warm-up activity. Can you find something between 0 and 5 centimetres, 5 and 10 centimetres, 10 and 30 centimetres, and 50 and 100 centimetres? Pause the video to have a go at that activity. Today, we are going to be able to read and write length and height in metres and centimetres. The in focus task says the length of the table is more than 1 metre. What is the length of the table? How do you know it's longer than 1 metre? Is it closer to 1 metre or 2 metres? How can you tell? And what happens if something is longer than 1 metre? How will we measure this? Pause the video to complete the in focus task. Now, the in focus task doesn't show us the measurement of the table, so we're going to have to estimate or have a guess. I think that the table is about 1 metre and 30 centimetres long. How do you know it's longer than 1 metre? Well, in the picture, the boy is using a metre stick like the ones we have in school, and the table is slightly longer than the metre stick, so I know it's longer than 1 metre. Is it closer to 1 metre or 2 metres? How can you tell? I would say it's closer to 1 metre because, as I said, it's not much longer than the metre stick. I've estimated it to be about 1 metre and 30 centimetres, so I would round down to 1 metre. And hopefully you've had a think about this question because we are going to find out how to measure something that is longer than 1 metre. So we use a tape measure to measure lengths longer than 1 metre. I have my tape measure here and hopefully you have access to one too. Now, when I pull out my tape measure, you can see there are lots of different numbers and measurements on there. So the bottom shows the measurements in centimetres and the top is in inches. And the reason for using different measurements is because different places will use different measurements, but you can convert between them. Another important thing to remember is that when taking a measurement, you must always start from 0. My 0 is just behind this metal piece here to make sure you get an accurate measurement. Another important thing to remember is that 1 metre is equal to 100 centimetres, and that's worth keeping in mind. We are going to have a go at writing length in metres and centimetres. Now, the table is showing a measurement of 120 centimetres. So we know the table is 120 centimetres long, but how do we write that in metres and centimetres? This is where this comes in handy if we know that 1 metre is equal to 100 centimetres. So I can see I've got 100 centimetres here, so that's equal to 1 metre and then 20 centimetres. So we could write it like this. So there's the 1 metre, 20 centimetres to make 1 metre and 20 centimetres. What I want you to do is have a go at working out these measurements and then we'll have a look at the answers. So the tape measure shows that the last book lines up with 150 centimetres. So we know the row of books are 150 centimetres long. Now I know that 100 centimetres is 1 metre. And I can't forget my 50 centimetres. So it is 1 metre and 50 centimetres long. The tree is 457 centimetres. So if 100 centimetres is 1 metre, then 400 centimetres is 4 metres. And then I've got my 57 centimetres to include. So well done for having a go at those questions. Next, you're going to have a go at writing lengths in metres and centimetres. These are your activities from your resources sheet. So pause the video here to complete those. For today's challenge, can you estimate the length of different objects? Measure them to see how accurate you were. Good luck with the challenge, and don't forget to send any of your work into the Year 3 email.